Hello and welcome. In this video tutorial, I'll show you how to manually import license data into Snow Atlas using the built-in import functionality in SAM Core. This is especially helpful when dealing with bulk license purchases or updating existing licenses with additional metadata. Before we begin, it is important to know that you will need administrative rights in Atlas in order to import the licenses. To begin, navigate to the SAM Core menu from the toolbar on the left and head towards the SAM Core option and click. Within the SAM Core options, click on the Home button and you'll notice a drop-down menu appear. From the drop-down menu, choose and click on Data Imports. You will notice a menu appear for data imports on your right side of the screen. This is where we'll manage all license or import activities in general. In our tutorial, we will focus on license imports. Therefore, we will choose the license import update option and click. You will now be presented with the license preparation screen. Note that before importing, you need to prepare your import file using the official license import template. This license import template can be downloaded if you scroll over to the top right corner and you will see a link called Download the License Import Template. Before you start editing the license template, it is important to note that there are some mandatory fields which are mentioned in the preparation screen, such as the application name or SKU, the legal organization, purchase date, and assignment type. You can learn about more of these data import fields if you click on the hyperlink here, and a user guide will appear. Or if you scroll over to the right side, you will see descriptions of various fields that are used for importing and what their description is. So for example, you can click on legal organization and read about this field refers to. Now let's head over in observing the template file. Now once you open the template file, there's a top row which is already pre-filled. This is just a dummy license to give users an idea as an example of what kind of fields and data is expected to be filled in. In terms of the license ID, when you are importing new licenses, Atlas will assign random generated license IDs as appropriate. However, if you are updating your existing licenses through the import, then this field must be filled in with the appropriate ID the application corresponds to. For the purpose of this tutorial, I've already compiled a list of 10 application licenses that I will be using as the example in showing you when I complete the import. The licenses that I have imported have been all filled in with the mandatory fields. Additionally, I have also entered the quantity, purchase price, and currency. Now that I have filled in the license template, I will save this to a folder location. In my case, it's already been saved. Now that we have prepared and saved the license import file, we will head back to SAM Core's step 1 of the license import, and we'll start the license import process by simply clicking on the top right corner for the button which says Start License Import. So step 2 of the license import process would be uploading the prepared template file of licenses we've just created. So I will head down and simply click on the Choose File button and locate the license template I've saved on my desktop. And once found, I'll double click. So you will see the license import file has now been uploaded. Now, if you scroll down, we will now configure the import settings. The import settings would mainly consist of choosing what identity field you'd like to set for the mapping of the licenses to the application. Two options to choose from. It's the application name or the SKU. In other words, the identity field is to be used when mapping the licenses to the applications in the destination. So the source would be the license template and the application licenses we've entered in the source template, and we'd want to set what identifier we'd like to use so we can map them with the destination field of the same application. So now we are ready to head to the next step. So we'll scroll down on the bottom right corner and click on the next button. Now you will be presented with the mapping fields. So these are the source columns on the left and the destination columns on the right. And these would be the fields that we are mapping together. You will have the list of mandatory destination columns already highlighted with a asterisk. Note that you can also edit and give additional instructions for the license import by simply clicking on the relevant columns row and going into the three-dot menu. So for example, for application name, let's click on the three-dot menu and you'll be presented with some options such as giving a default value if the source has a blank value, and you can give instructions for the import process to enter anything custom that you would like to set, or you can give a certain prefix for the the field, such as putting a remark that this license has been imported. So this is truly up to the user how they'd want to use these features. So now we are ready to go into the next step, and we'll click on the next button on the bottom right. You will now be presented with the license import preview screen. Here in the list table, you will see that the entered licenses that we have imported via the template has now been listed, and you can see they are presented with a status remark. Here, the list is all showing up with a green tick with the status saying ready, which means these licenses are eligible for import and they do not have any issues. On the flip side, if there was an issue with these license imports, this status would have shown with a red remark and would have given a error message suggesting the nature of the issue the import is experiencing so that the user can then action it accordingly. Since these licenses are ready to be imported, we will head down on the bottom right corner and click on the Run Import button. We will be presented with a status of the completion. As you can see, the pop-up window is suggesting that our import has been completed and 10 rows have been successfully imported, whereas 0 have been failed. At this stage, our licenses have now successfully been imported. So we will close and view the results. Here we can see the results of the successfully imported licenses. To validate this data, we can simply head over to the licenses section on the left, go to the license list, and here you can see the list of licenses have been successfully imported. So there you have it. You have successfully learned how to import licenses via a license template manually in bulk. I hope this video tutorial proved useful to you, and thank you for watching.